Hello everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm so happy for you to be here. I am now working on the next class of the florals, and this is what we have here. This is just beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. The base page looks like this. So it has this center here in the middle that is blank. And what we learned in this video or this class was how to stretch your frame and spread it out. So I'm going to kind of recreate this with different paper and finish this page up. It just needs a little bit of florals here. And let me show you what I did a little bit different. On this main page here that we're supposed to use, I made kind of like a little library pocket in the back of it. This is something that you can do with any of your pages that you're working on. I did a little library pocket. I did a 1/4 inch here of a hinge, and then I have these lovely foam strips. The foam strips, I want to say, come from the dollar store. My beautiful friend Roncia got a whole bunch of strips for me when she was at the dollar store last time, and I am so thankful because in the middle of nowhere where I live, I don't have a dollar store. Just like that. And then you have this perfect little pocket. And so as we're working on this, I can put stuff in this little space. Do you see that? So that is your frame. This is what the main area is. But I built this little pocket, and it would go right here in the middle. So we are going to completely recreate this page. Move these things aside, and you can see how these are built. And I'm going to flip it over to the back. It's quite sticky here. And here is the back of the page. So when I look at this paper, I'd like to tell you what my brain is thinking when I'm looking at this paper. I'm thinking that I should be using some gorgeous paper here, and I'm thinking this little print of black will really accent these black pieces inside the florals. And then I absolutely love the blue because there's blue in this paper here, and there's also blue in the black. So I want to use these papers here to create this blue, and then this second strip here. That's what we're using here. So let's cut out these frames, and then I will show you how I put them together. Okay, so now I have my two blue ones. Okay, this is my base. We are trying to recreate this page, so I use the same blue, but I use the different die cut, and then I wanted black instead of the white. Okay, I have 2 of those, and then for the center, I think I'd like it to be bigger. So you can see from my page here that when I did the center, I ended up having to come back and patch up some of these little spaces because you could see that I didn't make it big enough. So I want this to be really big. So here is how we create a frame from our regular dies that is bigger. And I want it to be wider this way. So I am using this as a measuring tool. You know, I have not such a great relationship with rulers. So here is my die, and I'm going to say that this die is 5. That the first cutting spaces and the bezel edge here is closer in. So that would be at, I'm going to say 4 1/4. So when I bring this one in, I'm going to put it at 4 1/4. Now remember, always measure twice because we don't get the same chance again. I am using scrap pieces of paper. Yep, I think 4 1/4 is the perfect size to go for. And here, and we're not cutting it, we're scoring it. So we go right into this area. And I absolutely love this paper, the gold and the hot pink, and I can't decide what side I want to use. I am using our dies that we got from Scrapbook Prop at Home 1. So you can see here, here's the folding, the beginning of the cutting edges. There's plenty of room. And the way this works is you want to keep the creased edge away from the cutting edge. I absolutely love this die. The weaving of it is just gorgeous. Right there. And we run it through our little machine just like this. And then we take this off. I like to put mine away right away. There we go. Clean those up nicely so that when you go and use them again, they're clean. Nobody likes their dies to be dirty. Okay, so here is this die. So I took it apart, open it up, and you have a bigger die that, yes, it has a crease on it, but you're not going to be able to see that once you put a picture on top of it or 2 or 3 pictures on it. This piece here, and we are learning how to spread and make the dies more valuable in different directions. So this one is going to stay put in one color, and then these we're going to put aside so that you can see them better. That is how that is going to look. Let's get this part. This one stays together, and then these we have to cut in half. This is 375 going across. So half of 3 is 1.5, and then 75 on each side. And I'm kind of looking at this here. I have from here 1 inch and from here 1 inch, and then here's my 2, and I kind of just barely want to move it around a little bit. It's a hard measurement to do because that would be 275 here. I want to get 2 more smidgens in. And right here, we're at 2 more smidgens in. So then I bring this down, hold it so it doesn't move. And I'm slowly going to cut into those pieces, just like that. So you should end up with 2 even pieces. Okay, let's do that again. You slowly cut it so none of these gorgeous little elements that are in the middle get cut here. Okay, so this one is also a 5. Okay, this is 5, so we want to do 2.5. A little bit easier to figure out where we want our cut to be at. Double checking that it's at 2.5, and then I'm going to cut right there. Now let's do the same thing for the next one. And here we have those. And then if we have this middle piece here, and I don't know yet, I love this floral as well, but I kind of think it needs to have a little gold to kind of make whatever picture you have here really pop. So here is what where we start at. You have your blue. I like to do the top and bottom. Look how pretty that would be. If it would be a vertical layout, look how absolutely gorgeous that would be. I am stretching this out as much as I can right here to sit right in those pieces. Okay, this the same. And I know that maybe you can't see exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm going to show you on this side. Okay, I want this to be as big as I can, so I just want to have this cover a little tiny bit. I want to center the black on top. You see that? We want to center this black part. I want to put it right into that space also. So we're going to put this little piece on. We're going to put the black on top of the blue. Okay, let's do that 4 more times. Okay, here we have our black pieces on top. Okay, and then we're going to put this right into this little space. You see, we're going to be able to have that little peekaboo look. That is going to be so gorgeous. Okay, so I think it's easier from this side, and you put it over just the little die openings so that you know that you're getting as many as you can. And I am counting over here 1, 2 peekaboos, 2 peekaboos, so I kind of feel like I'm in the right spot vertically. And then I'm putting that down. Look how pretty that is. Nice and big and wide. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Okay, I'm pressing that down. Look how absolutely gorgeous. You could stop here. You can stop right there. Would that not be absolutely beautiful? But we don't stop, because over on top of more and more and more is what we do. We do more and more and more. So this one here is going to touch with this one here. And since the dies are exactly the same, look how they meet right there just perfectly, and over here also. And then you bring that down. And look how that looks over here on this side. Absolutely fabulous. And we're going to do it on the other side also. There we go. Look at that. So here we have this absolutely gorgeous layout. We worked on these little layouts coming out. Look how pretty that looks going this way. I don't know which way we're going to do this because it is so pretty. Look at that. I feel like vertically it should be this direction. So when we lay this out, look how pretty that is. Okay, wouldn't this be gorgeous? You're pretty much covering up all the lower base paper. So wouldn't it be a gorgeous way to use what we would call ugly paper, right? Look at that. This is not ugly paper. This is absolutely gorgeous paper. But I'm trying to show you that could be something we could do. And now let's put our glue down right there. And I'm thinking this would be an absolutely gorgeous vertical picture. Now, how big is this frame in the middle? This is now a 7 by 5.5. So you can do a 5.5 by 7 right here in the middle. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so here we have this absolutely gorgeousness, okay? And if you wanted to put a peekaboo pocket in here, into this little space, you can put a pocket in it by using pop-up dots, okay? Just like we did this. And I'll show you how to do that. Right here is this one, and we're gonna put this one down right here. Glue. Now, sometimes when I have pages that are interactive, I like to include a little bit of extra strong tape, and that is because I'm thinking that someday I'll have little fingers going through my pages, and we will need to know or have a good strong glue to put it down. So here is the top of this one. That's going to be right there. Okay, and then this is what I am using as my little mat. It kind of sits right in there. That's just an extra mat. And then if we flip it over this way, here is our picture. And we need to make some mats so that we have a little pocket for it. Okay, so I have here the 5 by 7, and I used the little cutting edge that we got from the scrapbooking photo crops. And then I did the same thing to this one. I have a tiny little edge. I made it into a little booklet. And what I want to do is here in the middle, I want to use the tiny skinny little foam dots to pull it up, and that way we can create a pocket for this gorgeousness. Okay, so this is from the dollar store, okay? Don't judge me. This is really not the best quality stuff, but I think it works really good. You just have to kind of work with it. Putting it right here on the very edge is what I like to do here. And we'll pull this little lovely thing up. Extra. Okay. Okay, so I am adding these gorgeousness. I already glued this little piece down, but I wanted to add more, and I want to kind of keep this little flower here as my guide. So I'm adding this little space here around it. Okay, and then these are stickers. What set they come with, I couldn't tell you exactly. Here is this one. Then we want these kind of hiding in between here. Okay, so I've added these flourishes that are absolutely gorgeous. I think that we need to add them in areas like this, and I found these absolutely gorgeous that have these gorgeous flowers in them. I think if we add a little bit of this to these areas and kind of make the flourish also show up, and something like that. And then I think would be beautiful is some gold leaves. So let's find some gold leaves to move this around. Okay, so we have learned how to make these little dies work and be bigger. But have we worked this so that it could be smaller? Look how beautiful that is right there. But I don't want to make it that big. So let's try to see if we can make it smaller. And this is the one that needs to sit like this. I feel like we should do a 4 inches going across. Okay, so this is 4 inches. And so we're going to take this and move it to a 2-inch mark. Just like that. I feel like I'm falling off of my edge. That's what's so nice about this mat. I really feel like my mat has helped me keep everything away from me. Like I end up having this huge dining table to craft on, but then I end up crafting on a 2x2 space. Okay, so now we fold it in half and we're going to put this like this, and let's see if that works. Looks like it went all the way through it, maybe. So I really want to use this right here, and look at how beautiful that came out. So sometimes you want to make your little piece smaller, and sometimes you want to make your little piece bigger. So go for it, test it out. I feel like this little outline on this also brings up the white color of the florals above, because I'm bringing it below. And still the black matches with this black trim that's going all the way around. So I feel like this is just the right way to set this up. Okay, so I'm testing out the waters. I always like to lay everything down before I actually glue. And I said I wanted some little gold leaves, and I found these little gold flowers. Look how beautiful they are. These come out of the Carte Noir die set. They're just perfect size. They're just about the right size for that. So I think we can kind of sneak that in as a gold flower, and that would just be gorgeous. And then of course the bows and a beautiful shiny kind of texture here. I think that adds a little bit of something. I like the bows because they have the bows going to the sides, so there's no upside down. Around a little bit and build this for you. This is one set, so it's gorgeous. And then I have a flourish and another flourish there. And so when we build this little corner, we want to see how we want to do that. I really feel like this one should be going straight down, and this is kind of just an extra. So I feel like maybe we should cut it. I know that sounds horrible, but let's see. If we put one going down and then this kind of going like this, that gives it more volume in here. And I feel like we should still be touching the corner, but then our flower is so big. You see how that flower goes really big? So let's stretch it out and do something like that. Then we're gonna sneak this little gold flower in here somewhere. Something like that. Wouldn't that be pretty? And then the gold flourishy bow on the very top kind of finishes that up there. Okay, so I'm cutting this in half because I do really feel like that flourish needs to hang on to that piece there. So I'm adding that little scallop edge there because I feel like that's going to need grounded. That little flourish there kind of grounds that. And then I'm going to kind of put this one way over here into this corner right there. This one right here. Okay, so I just want to show you how I put that together there. And I ended up with the little corner. It's just perfect here. The little corner of this bow with that little flourish, and it still is open so that we can sneak a little piece of the picture in that little space. Now let's go to this side and we're going to build it just the same way. Okay, I am working on showing you how I build this little bouquet of stuff on each corner. I'm bringing it over this way so that you can see what I did. Look how scary this looks. We cut the flourish in half. Oh my goodness, how horrible is that? Not. Okay, we're gonna put this little one right here. So it's grounding that photo. And then this little piece I just love. And I am pushing it all the way into the corners here. And you see there's empty space here. Why? Because it's gonna be covered up by a flower, so nobody's ever gonna be the wiser. And this one, we are doing the exact same thing. I am cutting it right here, taking off this gorgeous little flower there, and I kind of just barely round this little piece so you can't even tell that I cut it off, except for you and me. Okay, and then I'm kind of moving this wherever I feel like doing it, and then I'm putting this one over here. And we kind of estimate where this gorgeousness is going to sit. The little bow right there, and then we can add and glue these little pieces down. So all that you're doing is moving your flourish, and you're trying to make sure that you get your bang for your buck here on all these gorgeous flourishes because they're expensive and you want to be able to get everything you can from them. Here we're taking the sticker off of this piece. And you bring this around here. This little bow is going to sit right here on this corner. So we want the flower to be a little bit right about there. And if you can see or not see correctly, because this is really shiny material, the little bows have little tiny tails that are going down, and I'm wanting those tails to go where I think naturally they would go. And then our little gold flower here goes last. And we're gonna sneak this in around this little white area of this little flower here because it makes that white flower show up a little bit more. Look how pretty that is. Okay, and then we are getting all that bang for that buck. You can really see the flourish around there. And you still can see the bow, the flowers, a bunch of flourish, and the gold beautifulness. Okay, so we are getting close to the end of this page. It has been so much fun, and look at what we have. The free page, or the back of another page. We did a blue, we did black, we have gold, we have an extra gold here, and then so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Yes, my sweet friend Annie just said layers for days. So here we are, and then I'm thinking about putting this little green bow, maybe the little pink bow. Pink is just so perfect. But I've been wanting things that are unexpected lately, so I'm thinking this gorgeous green bow. Green is supposed to be the color of the year. But I really do like the pink, so let's just go with the pink. And that green bow is, excuse me, something's going on with that green bow. So we will use our pink bow. And it's just so absolutely perfect. Okay, you know to pull on a bow when you see a bow on my pages. So much fun. And here is my little booklet. So away from this one, so you don't get confused, this is just an extra booklet, an extra space for journaling, an extra space for pictures. Like always, you know that I only add the glue to the very back of these little things. So here you can still stick a little piece of picture in here, or you can put it right on top. Doesn't have to go underneath by any means. So please use your little journaling blocks, use your gorgeous little corners, and this goes right in here. How fun is that? So yes, you can also still use it on the blue side if you wanted yours to be blue. I just kind of thought it was too matchy-matchy. Is that not something? So we went with this color, and now here at the bottom, we made the smaller little journaling block around the journal or the title. Really cute. I used more of those gorgeous little gold flowers that we use that come from the Carte Noire, and it just looks so pretty, so pretty. Now we're going to use and put this in the actual page. This is the front of the page. Really pretty. This is the other side of the page. Really pretty. It looks like it's completely different because it's a different page. This one has dark colors in it, and this one has the pretty whites in it. So if we put this inside a page protector, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? Isn't that just so pretty? Look at that. So what we need on this side is access to this here, and maybe you don't need that much access to it. But what I'm going to do is put in my little plastic ruler, and I'm just slowly, with a very sharp tool, I'm going to cut the page protector straight in. And then I can lift this little piece up, and I can follow with a pair of scissors without hurting anything around it. I always like to make my cut a little bit bigger than what I think I need, but look at that. We just have a simple little slit right here, and now you can put your little journaling block inside, and there you go. This is for this side. Now if we flip it over to this side, we still want access to this the exact same way. So I am putting in my little page protect, my ruler in here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Then we can lift this little piece up, put our little scissors in it, and cut straight across. Okay. Now you have two sides here on this little cute little journaling block that you have access to. I like the blue, I like the pink. I just like to bring out the color of those pink ones there. And we need a bow. Don't we need a bow for this? It doesn't have a bow. I don't think I like the gold one. I think this one should be gold. I don't like it in green. I'm gonna add a little glue, just like that. I like it right on the top. Okay, so here, now we can put our little journaling block, extra pictures. Here we have Friends, a Priceless Treasure. You flip it over, and wherever you go, go with your heart. Isn't that just perfect? Absolutely perfect. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I so appreciate you guys. Talk to me, give me some comments, let me know what your thoughts are, what you'd like to see. I really appreciate you all coming by and watching. And subscribe, leave me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.